How often do we judge someone by their words, appearance, or social status, only to realize later that these are nothing more than masks? In reality, their character, their true self, matters far more than the facade they present. It is character, not charm, reputation, or material success, that reveals who a person truly is. Yet, in a world so captivated by appearances, how often do we take the time to see past the surface and into the substance? Understanding someone's character isn't just an intellectual exercise. It's a vital skill for navigating relationships and safeguarding your well-being. It means distinguishing between a strong character and a weak character. A strong character is built on principles like integrity, accountability, and consistency. Weak character, on the other hand, hides behind envy, deceit, and exploitation of trust. Recognizing these distinctions doesn't just protect you from harm, it helps you build meaningful connections and accelerate your personal growth. In this video, the most crucial step in judging someone is to determine their character. Stoicism will delve deep into the art of understanding character. You'll learn how to spot the masks people wear, identify the traits of true character, and see why this insight is crucial for living a balanced and fulfilling life. Like, share, and subscribe to Victory Stoic for more empowering lessons rooted in wisdom and resilience. Comment below your story of uncovering someone's true character, or share this affirmation: I choose substance over illusion. Together, let's build a community grounded in truth, strength, and clarity. This journey isn't just about them, it's about becoming your best self. Number 1. Distinguishing between strong and weak characters. One of the most crucial steps in judging someone is understanding the foundation of their character. According to Robert Greene, author of The Laws of Human Nature, character is the deeply ingrained, habitual patterns of behavior that define who we are. Greene explains that character reveals itself most clearly in moments of stress, success, and failure, when masks slip and true nature emerges. To navigate relationships effectively, you must distinguish between a strong character and a weak character. Strong character. A strong character is marked by resilience, integrity, and consistency. These individuals act in alignment with their values, even when it's inconvenient or difficult. Their ability to maintain honesty and accountability, regardless of external pressures, sets them apart. Strong character is also associated with emotional stability. Such people remain composed in the face of adversity, demonstrating patience and self-control. Scientific insight. Research in psychology highlights the concept of grit, defined by Angela Duckworth as perseverance and passion for long-term goals. Those with strong character often exhibit high levels of grit, allowing them to overcome obstacles and remain steadfast in their pursuits. Example: imagine a leader who owns up to their mistakes rather than deflecting blame. When their team encounters a failure, they take responsibility, learn from it, and use the experience to grow. This consistency in action builds trust and earns respect, as their integrity shines through difficult situations. Weak character. Weak character, on the other hand, is characterized by dishonesty, avoidance of accountability, and emotional instability. These individuals often rely on deception, manipulation, or superficial charm to achieve their goals. Lacking the internal strength to face challenges head-on, they tend to crumble under pressure, reveal their insecurities, or lash out in anger when things don't go their way. Psychological perspective. According to Greene, those with weak character often operate from a place of envy or fear, using tactics like blame shifting or exaggeration to mask their shortcomings. This behavior stems from an inability to confront their flaws or take responsibility for their actions. Example: consider someone who avoids responsibility at work, blaming others for their failures while taking credit for successes they didn't earn. Their behavior might be polished on the surface, but it ultimately erodes trust and reveals their lack of substance. Key differences. 1. Consistency versus superficiality. Strong character is consistent in values and actions. Weak character is inconsistent, often masking insecurity with temporary charm. 2. Accountability versus avoidance. Strong character owns mistakes and strives for improvement. Weak character shifts blame and avoid responsibility. 3. Empathy versus self-centeredness. Strong character exhibits understanding and kindness. The weak character lacks empathy, focusing only on personal gain. Why it matters. Judging someone's character isn't just about evaluating their behavior, it's about protecting your peace and aligning yourself with those who elevate you. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Surrounding yourself with people of strong character reinforces your growth, while weak character pulls you into unnecessary chaos. Takeaway. When determining whether someone has a strong or weak character, don't be swayed by appearances or words. Look at how they behave under pressure, in moments of failure, or when given power. Their true nature will emerge in their actions, revealing whether they're worth trusting or best avoided. Judge wisely, because the people you allow into your life will inevitably shape it. Number 2, understanding the social mask. In the intricate dance of human interaction, people often wear social masks, carefully crafted personas designed to fit societal expectations, gain approval, or hide their true intentions. While these masks may appear harmless or even charming, they can make it difficult to discern someone's authentic character. According to Robert Greene in The Laws of Human Nature, understanding these social masks is a crucial step in identifying who someone truly is. What are social masks? Social masks are the public personas people adopt to navigate social norms or protect themselves from vulnerability. These masks often reflect what they believe others want to see, rather than who they genuinely are. For some, this is a harmless adaptation. For others, it's a tool to manipulate or deceive. Scientific insight, psychologists call this phenomenon impression management, the conscious or subconscious effort to control how others perceive us. While it's natural to want to present ourselves in a favorable light, excessive reliance on social masks can signal deeper insecurity or even dishonesty. The truth behind the mask. A person's true character often reveals itself in moments of pressure, discomfort, or when they believe no one is watching. Social masks can be polished and convincing, but they rarely hold up under scrutiny. The way someone behaves when faced with criticism, failure, or temptation is far more telling than their rehearsed words or superficial charm. Example: imagine a colleague who is charismatic and friendly in meetings, but condescending and dismissive toward support staff when no one important is around. This duality reveals a lack of empathy and integrity, traits their social mask is attempting to hide. Signs of a social mask. 1. Inconsistency in behavior. Their actions don't align with their words, especially in different settings. 2. Over-polished persona. They seem too perfect, avoiding vulnerability or flaws. 3. Shifts under pressure. Their true nature emerges when they're criticized, stressed, or alone. How to see beyond the mask. 1. Observe them in different contexts. Watch how they behave with people of varying social status, especially those they have nothing to gain from. 2. Note their reaction to adversity. Pressure often cracks the mask, revealing their genuine character. 3. Look for consistency. Authentic people maintain their values and behavior regardless of the audience. Why this matters? Social masks can be harmless tools for navigating society, but when used excessively or manipulatively, they obscure true character. By learning to see beyond these masks, you protect yourself from deceit and cultivate relationships with genuine individuals. As Marcus Aurelius said, the object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Judging character requires looking deeper than surface appearances or crafted personas. It demands clarity, patience, and insight. Takeaway. Understanding social masks allows you to make informed judgments about people. Remember, it's not what they say or how they present themselves, it's what they do when the mask slips. In those unguarded moments, you'll find the truth of their character. Judge wisely and align yourself with those who are authentic, not those who are merely performing. Number 3, why judging character is crucial. In a world where appearances often take precedence, the ability to judge someone's character is not just a skill, it's a necessity. While it might seem judgmental or harsh to evaluate someone's inner nature, it's an essential step to protect yourself and build relationships grounded in trust, respect, and mutual growth. 1. Ensuring safety in relationships. Whether it's a romantic partnership, friendship, or professional connection, understanding someone's character helps you determine if they're trustworthy. Relationships with individuals who lack integrity, empathy, or accountability can lead to emotional harm, manipulation, or even physical risk. Judging character is the first line of defense in safeguarding your well-being. Example: imagine trusting a business partner who seems charismatic, but repeatedly breaks promises and hides critical details. Recognizing their lack of accountability early can save you from financial loss and emotional stress. 2. Avoiding exploitation. Weak or deceitful characters often exploit the kindness and trust of others. They manipulate situations to their advantage, leaving you feeling used or betrayed. By assessing someone's character, you can identify red flags and prevent being taken advantage of. Example: a friend who only reaches out when they need something, money, favors, or emotional support, while disappearing when you're in need, is showing signs of opportunism rather than genuine care. 3. Building relationships that matter. Authentic relationships are built on shared values, mutual respect, and trust. When you judge someone's character effectively, you can surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, rather than those who drain or undermine you. Strong relationships fuel personal growth, while toxic ones hinder it. Example: choosing to invest in a friendship with someone who consistently demonstrates loyalty, kindness, and reliability fosters a supportive and enriching connection. Why it matters. 1. Foundation of trust. Judging character ensures that your relationships rest on trust, not deception. 2. Personal growth. Surrounding yourself with individuals of strong character motivates you to become a better version of yourself. 3. Emotional resilience. When you build connections with people who respect and support you, you're better equipped to handle life's challenges. How to judge character effectively. 1. Observe their actions. Words can deceive, but consistent actions reveal true intentions. 2. Test their integrity. Do they follow through on commitments? Do they own up to mistakes? 3. Evaluate how they treat others. Pay attention to their behavior toward those who can't benefit them directly. Stoic perspective. As Marcus Aurelius said, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Similarly, the quality of your relationships deeply influences your happiness and peace. By judging character wisely, you create an environment where trust and respect flourish, shielding yourself from unnecessary harm. Takeaway: judging someone's character is not about being cynical, it's about being discerning. It's about protecting your peace, fostering meaningful connections, and ensuring that your relationships are built on a foundation of authenticity and mutual respect. In relationships and life, choose wisely, because the people around you shape your path as much as your actions. 4. Observe actions. Instead of listening to words. Words can be charming, persuasive, and even poetic, but no matter how eloquent someone may be, their actions reveal the truth of their character. Talk is easy. Anyone can say what they think you want to hear. It's through consistent behavior, especially in challenging situations, that a person's true nature becomes evident. Why actions speak louder than words? Words can be rehearsed, manipulated, or designed to deceive, but actions are far harder to fake over time. People may promise loyalty, kindness, or change, but if their behavior doesn't align with these promises, their words are empty. Observing what someone does, how they treat others, how they handle adversity, and how they follow through on commitments offers a clearer picture of their integrity and priorities. Example: a colleague might say they value teamwork, but if they consistently take credit for others' work or refuse to help when needed, their actions contradict their words. This reveals self-centeredness despite their verbal assurances. The psychology behind it. Behavioral science supports the idea that consistent actions, not words, reflect true intentions and values. Studies show that people tend to judge themselves by their intentions, what they say they'll do, but judge others by their actions, what they do. Recognizing this helps you avoid being swayed by empty promises. A story of actions. Revealing truth. Consider Emma, who started dating James, a man who claimed he was ready for a serious relationship. James frequently talked about his plans and how he valued commitment. However, Emma noticed that he rarely followed through on plans, often canceled at the last minute, and prioritized his social life over spending time with her. His actions consistently contradicted his words. Emma realized that James's behavior reflected his true priorities, not the promises he made. Instead of clinging to his verbal assurances, she chose to trust what his actions revealed, a lack of readiness for commitment. Walking away allowed her to protect her time and emotional energy. How to judge character through actions. 1. Look for consistency. True character is revealed over time. Observe if their actions align with their words across different situations. 2. Focus on follow-through. Promises are meaningless without execution. Do they deliver on what they say they'll do? 3. Assess their impact on others. Watch how their actions affect the people around them. Are they uplifting or draining? Why this matters. Observing actions rather than relying on words protects you from manipulation and disappointment. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, you should not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Regard what stands before you as a man whose character is not what he says, but what he does. By focusing on actions, you make clearer judgments and avoid unnecessary pain. Takeaway: don't be seduced by pretty words or grand promises. Actions are the truest reflection of a person's character. Judge people not by what they say they'll do, but by what they consistently do. In relationships, partnerships, and life, let actions guide your decisions, not empty rhetoric. Number 5. Observe how they treat the vulnerable. One of the most revealing indicators of a person's character is how they treat those who hold no power or influence over them. Strong character shines through in acts of kindness, respect, and fairness toward the vulnerable, those who cannot offer anything in return. Conversely, weak or manipulative individuals often show their true colors by dismissing, exploiting, or mistreating others when they think no one is watching. Why this matters? People with strong character don't base their actions on what they can gain. They treat everyone, regardless of social status, wealth, or influence, with dignity and compassion. In contrast, those with weak or self-serving character often reserve their best behavior for those they see as beneficial, while disregarding or demeaning those they deem unimportant. Example: a boss who respects and values every employee, from the receptionist to the executive team, demonstrates integrity and humility. On the other hand, a manager who flatters the higher-ups while belittling entry-level staff reveals an untrustworthy, weak character. The psychology behind it. Behavioral studies show that people often display their true selves when interacting with those who are powerless. This is because they feel no pressure to conform to societal expectations in such interactions. Psychologist Adam Grant, in his research on giving and taking, emphasizes that generous, respectful people act with kindness regardless of the recipient, while takers prioritize only relationships that offer them benefits. A story of revealed character. Consider Rachel, who noticed two friends behaving differently toward strangers. Her friend Amy always treated waitstaff with patience and gratitude, going out of her way to make them feel appreciated. In contrast, her friend Sarah was polite to Rachel, but snapped at waiters, often ignoring them or speaking rudely. Rachel realized that Sarah's behavior toward those she considered beneath her reflected a deeper lack of empathy. While Sarah was friendly when it suited her, her treatment of the vulnerable revealed her true nature. This insight prompted Rachel to reevaluate their friendship, as she valued people with authentic respect for others. How to use this insight? 1. Observe their everyday interactions. Pay attention to how they treat waitstaff, janitors, and others who have no power over them. 2. Watch for consistency. Do they behave differently with people they perceive as important versus those they see as unimportant? 3. Note acts of genuine kindness. Strong character often manifests in small, unpublicized acts of respect and compassion. Why it matters. As Marcus Aurelius said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. A person who consistently disrespects or dismisses the vulnerable carries a flawed inner character. On the other hand, someone who treats everyone with kindness, regardless of status, embodies strength and authenticity. Takeaway: how someone treats the vulnerable is a mirror reflecting their true character. Don't be swayed by how they act toward those in power or those who can offer them something. Instead, judge them by how they treat those who can offer them nothing. Strong character is compassionate and respectful at all levels. Weak character seeks power, not connection. Choose to align yourself with the former. It's a decision that will protect your peace and strengthen your values. Number 6. Observe how they react to failure. A person's true character is often revealed not in moments of success, but in how they respond to failure. Adversity strips away the social masks, exposing the raw and unfiltered aspects of who they are. Whether they handle setbacks with grace and resilience or succumb to blame shifting and despair tells you more about their character than their achievements ever could. Why failure exposes true character? Failure is a test of integrity, emotional strength, and self-awareness. In moments of loss or hardship, individuals are forced to confront their vulnerabilities. Those with strong character take responsibility for their mistakes, learn from them, and move forward with renewed determination. Meanwhile, those with weak character often deflect blame, lash out, or give up entirely, revealing a lack of accountability and resilience. Example: a colleague who misses a project deadline may either own up to the oversight and seek ways to improve, or they may blame team members, external circumstances, or even you. The former demonstrates maturity and strength, the latter, insecurity and a lack of integrity. Psychological insight studies in behavioral psychology suggest that a person's reaction to failure often stems from their mindset. According to Carol Dweck's mindset theory, individuals with a growth mindset view failure as an opportunity to learn and grow. They see setbacks as temporary and solvable. Conversely, those with a fixed mindset perceive failure as a personal flaw, often responding with anger, denial, or avoidance. A story of failure and character. Consider John, a manager who was passed over for a promotion. Instead of sulking or blaming his team, he took the opportunity to reflect on his skills and identified areas for improvement. He sought feedback, attended leadership workshops, and worked on enhancing his communication style. Within a year, John not only earned the next promotion, but also gained the respect of his team for his humility and determination. Contrast this with Mike, another manager in a similar situation. When passed over, Mike immediately blamed his colleagues, claiming they sabotaged him. He began undermining team morale, gossiping about others, and refusing to collaborate. His behavior not only damaged his reputation, but also highlighted his inability to handle setbacks constructively. Key indicators in responses to failure. 1. Accountability. Do they take responsibility for their actions, or do they shift blame onto others? 2. Resilience. Do they bounce back with a plan to improve, or do they spiral into negativity and self-pity? 3. Emotional control. Do they remain composed, or do they lash out at those around them? How to use this insight. 1. Observe under pressure. Pay attention to how they handle challenges at work, in relationships, or daily life. 2. Assess long-term growth. Look for evidence of learning and improvement after failure. 3. Avoid reactivity. Be wary of those who immediately blame others or dwell excessively on external factors. Why it matters. Failure is inevitable in life, but how someone reacts to it determines their path forward. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Strong character transforms failure into a stepping stone, while weak character uses it as an excuse to stagnate or harm others. Takeaway: failure doesn't define a person, it reveals them. By observing how someone responds to setbacks, you gain a deeper understanding of their resilience, integrity, and emotional strength. Align yourself with those who see failure as an opportunity for growth, not as a trigger for blame or retreat. Number 7. Observe how they handle criticism. How someone responds to criticism reveals their maturity, self-awareness, and emotional strength. Criticism can be uncomfortable, but it's an inevitable part of life, relationships, and growth. A person with strong character views criticism as an opportunity to learn and improve. On the other hand, those with weak character often react defensively, lash out, or avoid accountability altogether. Why criticism is a test of character. Criticism challenges a person's ego, and their reaction to it often highlights their true nature. A person with strong character demonstrates humility and a willingness to reflect. They separate their sense of self-worth from their mistakes, understanding that feedback is a tool for personal development. Meanwhile, someone with a weak character may see criticism as an attack, responding with anger, denial, or even retaliation. Example: imagine a coworker is told during a performance review that they need to improve their time management. A person with strong character might respond, "Thank you for pointing that out. I'll work on prioritizing my tasks better. In contrast, a defensive reaction might sound like, it's not my fault, I'm overloaded with work and no one appreciates what I'm doing. The latter reveals insecurity and resistance to growth. The psychology of handling criticism. Studies in emotional intelligence emphasize that the ability to accept feedback is linked to self-regulation, one of the core components of emotional intelligence. People with high emotional intelligence tend to process criticism calmly and constructively, while those with low emotional intelligence react impulsively, often seeing it as a personal attack. A story of growth through criticism. Consider Emily, a writer who submitted a draft to her editor. The feedback she received was harsh. The tone is inconsistent, and the arguments lack depth. While the critique stung, Emily chose to reflect on it. She reread her draft with fresh eyes, identified the weaknesses, and reworked it. The final version not only earned praise, but also strengthened her skills as a writer. Contrast this with Daniel, a team leader who was criticized by his manager for not delegating tasks effectively. Instead of reflecting, Daniel became defensive, accusing his manager of micromanaging. His unwillingness to accept feedback strained his relationships and stifled his professional growth. Key indicators and responses to criticism. 1. Willingness to reflect. Do they take time to process feedback constructively? 2. Emotional regulation. Are they calm and composed, or do they react with anger or denial? 3. Action-oriented response. Do they use criticism as a guide for improvement, or do they dismiss it entirely? How to identify strong character through criticism. 1. Watch for growth. Observe whether they make changes based on feedback. 2. Pay attention to humility. Strong individuals acknowledge their flaws and express gratitude for constructive feedback. 3. Avoid overreaction. Be cautious of people who deflect or attack when criticized, as it indicates insecurity and a lack of accountability. Why it matters. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if anyone can refute me, show me I'm making a mistake or looking at things from the wrong perspective, I'll gladly change. It's the truth I'm after, and the truth never harmed anyone. Handling criticism with grace is a hallmark of a strong and teachable character. Takeaway. How someone responds to criticism isn't just about the moment, it's a reflection of their ability to grow, learn, and adapt. A strong character welcomes feedback as a chance to improve, while a weak character resists it, often to their detriment. Judge wisely. Choose to associate with those who embrace growth and humility, and distance yourself from those who let their ego block their progress. Number 8. Evaluate their consistency. A person's true character is revealed through their consistency. Those with strong character uphold their values and behavior regardless of circumstances, while those with weak character shift their actions based on convenience or self-interest. In personal relationships, consistency is essential. It builds trust, fosters security, and strengthens bonds. Without it, uncertainty and doubt creep in, eroding the foundation of connection. Why consistency matters in close relationships. In the context of family or romantic love, consistency is the glue that holds relationships together. It demonstrates reliability and respect, showing that someone values the relationship enough to act predictably and with integrity. When someone's actions constantly shift, it leaves loved ones feeling unsteady, questioning whether they can rely on that person. Example: imagine your partner promises to always communicate openly with you, but frequently hides important details or changes plans without explanation. This inconsistency causes frustration and insecurity, undermining the trust between you. On the other hand, a partner who consistently honors their commitments and communicates openly creates a sense of stability and safety in the relationship. The psychology of consistency. Psychologists suggest that consistency in relationships stems from emotional maturity and self-awareness. People with strong self-concept clarity, those who understand their values and priorities, are more likely to act consistently. In contrast, individuals who lack this clarity often behave erratically, driven by immediate emotions or external pressures. A story of consistency in love. Consider Maria, whose husband David has always been her rock. When Maria was laid off from her job, David consistently supported her, offering both practical help and emotional encouragement. His actions mirrored the promises he had made during their marriage vows, showing that his commitment wasn't just words, but a principle he lived by. Now imagine Emma, who was in a relationship with Jack. While Jack claimed to love her deeply, his behavior was erratic. He would make plans with Emma but cancel last minute, often blaming work or other obligations. When confronted, Jack apologized but repeated the same patterns. Over time, Emma realized that Jack's inconsistency didn't stem from external factors. It reflected his lack of prioritization for the relationship. Signs of consistency in close relationships. 1. Follow through on promises. Do they keep their word even when it's inconvenient? 2. Steady support. Are they dependable in times of need, or do they waver under pressure? 3. Aligned behavior. Do their actions align with their words consistently? How to assess consistency. 1. Observe long-term patterns. Look beyond one-off situations and evaluate their behavior over time. 2. Test their prioritization. Pay attention to how they balance your relationship with other aspects of their life. 3. Notice their response to challenges. Do they remain steady in their behavior, or do they crumble when faced with adversity? Why it matters. Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is good to say or do something, then it is even better to be consistent in doing it." In family and love, consistency is not a luxury, it is a necessity. It reflects care, respect, and commitment, forming the foundation of a strong and enduring connection. Takeaway. In close relationships, consistency is a true marker of strong character. A person who consistently acts with integrity and prioritizes their loved ones fosters trust and security. Conversely, inconsistency leads to instability, doubt, and disappointment. Pay attention to how consistently someone behaves in your relationship. Those who stay true to their principles and actions are the ones worth building your life with. Number 9. Learn to ask why. Understanding someone's character isn't just about observing what they do, it's about uncovering why they do it. Every action has a motive, and by asking why, you dig beneath the surface to uncover the driving force behind their behavior. This insight into their intentions provides a deeper understanding of their true nature, helping you distinguish between genuine care and self-serving manipulation. Why motives matter. Actions can appear virtuous on the surface, but the motives behind them often reveal the true story. Is someone helping because they genuinely care, or because they want something in return? Do they apologize to repair the relationship, or to manipulate you into forgiving them without accountability? Asking why helps you move beyond appearances and into the realm of genuine character assessment. Example: imagine a friend who offers to help you with a personal project. On the surface, this seems kind and generous, but if their true motive is to use your success to boost their reputation, their actions are less about friendship and more about self-interest. By understanding their why, you gain clarity on whether their character aligns with their actions. The psychology of motives. Behavioral psychology highlights the importance of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Intrinsic motivation comes from genuine care or personal values, while extrinsic motivation is driven by external rewards or recognition. People with strong character are often guided by intrinsic motives. They act based on principles, not for validation or gain. A story of asking why. Consider Lisa, who was dating Mark. Mark frequently showered her with gifts, often extravagant and unexpected. At first, Lisa thought this was a sign of deep affection. However, as their relationship progressed, she noticed that Mark often used these gifts as leverage, expecting her to overlook his lack of emotional support or commitment. Instead of continuing to accept his gestures at face value, Lisa began to ask herself, why is he doing this? She realized his gifts weren't acts of love, they were distractions, meant to cover his inability to meet her emotional needs. This clarity gave her the courage to address the real issues in their relationship and ultimately walk away. How to ask why. Effectively: 1. Look beyond the surface. Pay attention to patterns of behavior and ask yourself what might be motivating them. 2. Listen to their words and watch their actions. Are their reasons consistent with their behavior, or do their actions tell a different story? 3. Consider the context. Is their behavior situational or part of a larger pattern? Signs of genuine motives. 1. Alignment between words and actions. Their behavior consistently matches their stated intentions. 2. No expectation of return. They help or act without seeking recognition or reward. 3. Steady patterns over time. Their motives remain clear and consistent, even in changing circumstances. Why it matters. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, look beneath the surface. Let not the several quality of a thing, nor its worth escape thee. Understanding why someone acts as they do helps you protect yourself from manipulation, while building relationships rooted in honesty and mutual respect. Takeaway. Asking why transforms surface-level observations into profound insights about someone's character. By understanding their motives, you gain the power to discern authenticity from manipulation and connect with those whose values align with your own. Don't just observe what people do, seek to understand why they do it. It's the key to recognizing true character and building trust in your relationships. Number 10. Let time reveal their true character. True character is not something that can be consistently hidden or faked over time. While people can wear masks and present themselves in certain ways temporarily, their genuine nature inevitably emerges through their actions, decisions, and patterns of behavior. Time is the ultimate judge, providing clarity and exposing what lies beneath the surface. Why time is the ultimate test? People can be charming, persuasive, or even manipulative in the short term. They can craft words and gestures to appear trustworthy, kind, or strong. However, maintaining a facade indefinitely is nearly impossible. As time passes, patterns develop, consistency is tested, and the weight of circumstances begins to expose who they truly are. Example: consider someone you've just started dating who seems attentive and kind, always saying the right things. Over weeks or months, their actions will reveal whether this attentiveness is genuine or an act. Do they show up when you need support? Do their words align with their long-term behavior? Time allows you to distinguish between fleeting charm and authentic commitment. The psychology of time and character psychologists highlight that consistent behavior over time is a reliable indicator of someone's values and priorities. While short-term interactions may showcase someone's intentions, long-term patterns reflect their identity. Time also reveals how people handle stress, failure, and success, situations where their true self often emerges. A story of time. Revealing the truth. Anna had a friend, Sarah, who seemed incredibly supportive in their early interactions. Sarah was always eager to help, often going out of her way to offer advice and assistance. However, over time, Anna noticed that Sarah's support came with conditions. She expected constant gratitude and reciprocation, often making Anna feel guilty if she didn't respond immediately. Over months, the relationship began to feel one-sided, revealing Sarah's need for control rather than genuine kindness. By allowing time to reveal Sarah's true intentions, Anna learned to set boundaries and reassess the relationship, choosing to prioritize her peace over maintaining a toxic friendship. How to use time as a judge. 1. Be patient. Don't rush to conclusions based on initial impressions. Give relationships time to develop naturally. 2. Look for patterns. Observe how their behavior aligns with their words over weeks, months, or years. 3. Notice reactions to adversity. Difficult situations often bring out someone's true character. Pay attention to how they handle stress, failure, or conflict. 4. Trust the process. Recognize that time will naturally expose inconsistencies, whether positive or negative. Signs that time reveals true character. 1. Behavioral consistency. Over time, their actions align or fail to align with their stated values. 2. Response to challenges. How they deal with hardships shows whether they possess resilience or crumble under pressure. 3. Treatment of others. Patterns in how they treat people, from loved ones to strangers, reveal their true priorities. Why it matters. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, time is like a river made up of the events which happen, and a violent stream. For as soon as a thing has been seen, it is carried away, and another comes in its place. Allowing time to guide your judgment ensures that you don't fall victim to fleeting impressions or false appearances. Takeaway. A true character can't be rushed or fabricated. It takes time to emerge fully. By being patient and observant, you allow patterns to unfold, revealing whether someone is authentic or hiding behind a facade. Trust in time, for it will always bring clarity. Surround yourself with people whose character withstands the test of time, and let the rest fade away. Number 11. The link between judging character and personal growth. Understanding and assessing the character of others isn't just about protecting yourself. It's also a pathway to your personal development. By accurately recognizing the true nature of those around you, you can surround yourself with relationships that nurture growth, foster confidence, and guide you toward becoming the best version of yourself. Why judging character enhances personal growth. 1. Choosing healthy relationships. When you discern someone's true character, you can make better decisions about who to let into your life. Healthy relationships, whether romantic, platonic, or professional, are built on mutual respect, trust, and shared values. Identifying those who exhibit integrity and empathy ensures you invest your energy in connections that uplift you rather than drain you. 2. Building confidence through discernment. Learning to assess character strengthens your self-confidence. When you trust your ability to judge people accurately, you become more secure in your decisions and less likely to fall prey to manipulation or toxic influences. 3. Learning from strong character. Surrounding yourself with people of integrity inspires personal growth. Observing their behavior in challenging situations provides valuable lessons in resilience, empathy, and humility, qualities that can shape you into a better person. 4. Eliminating negative influences. Recognizing weak or harmful character allows you to distance yourself from toxic relationships, freeing up emotional and mental space for your development. A story of character and personal growth. Take David, a young professional who was eager to climb the corporate ladder. Early in his career, he befriended John, a charismatic but manipulative colleague. John often used flattery to gain trust but ultimately exploited David's hard work for his benefit. Over time, David recognized John's pattern of dishonesty and chose to step back from the friendship. David instead focused on building relationships with colleagues who demonstrated integrity and support. This shift not only improved his professional network, but also taught him to value authenticity over charm. The experience helped David grow into a more discerning and confident individual, capable of setting boundaries and choosing connections that aligned with his goals. The role of character assessment in self-improvement. Understanding yourself, observing others' character also helps you reflect on your values. Are you aligning your actions with your principles, or are you allowing external pressures to sway you? Developing emotional resilience. Recognizing and avoiding toxic influences strengthens your ability to focus on your goals without unnecessary distractions. Creating an environment for growth. By surrounding yourself with people of strong character, you create a positive environment that encourages mutual growth and accountability. Practical steps to apply this insight. 1. Regularly evaluate relationships. Take time to assess whether your connections are fostering positivity and growth. 2. Learn from role models. Identify people with traits you admire and observe how they handle challenges or adversity. 3. Set boundaries. Protect your peace by distancing yourself from those whose character undermines your well-being. Why it matters. As Marcus Aurelius stated, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. The relationships you nurture directly influence your thoughts, emotions, and aspirations. By surrounding yourself with individuals of strong character, you elevate not just your external circumstances, but also your inner strength. Takeaway. Judging character isn't just about others, it's about you. It's about creating a life filled with healthy, inspiring connections that foster your personal growth. By accurately assessing the character of those around you, you protect your energy, build your confidence, and grow into the best version of yourself. Conclusion. Character is the foundation upon which all actions and relationships are built. It not only shapes how a person behaves, but also profoundly impacts the lives of those around them. By learning to discern true character, you empower yourself to cultivate meaningful connections, foster trust, and avoid unnecessary pain or disappointment. Judging character isn't about cynicism. It's about clarity, protection, and growth. Look beyond appearances and words. Observe actions, patterns, and motives to uncover the truth of who someone is. Use these insights to build understanding, safeguard your emotional well-being, and surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. This practice is not just about judging others. It's about creating a life rooted in authenticity and integrity. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Understanding the people around you allows you to align your relationships with your values, fostering both inner peace and personal growth. Share your story in the comments below. How have you uncovered someone's true character? Write the affirmation, "I choose authenticity and clarity." Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Victory Stoic for more insights on resilience, wisdom, and living with purpose. Together, let's inspire a world built on truth and integrity.